ChatGPT and AI are fundamentally changing how people search for local businesses, and it spells the death of local SEO, at least as we've known it. After analyzing data from over 100 local businesses, I've discovered that while traditional local SEO is under threat, there's an emerging opportunity that most local business owners are completely missing. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how AI is transforming local search and the specific strategies you need to implement now to ensure your local business stays visible when everything changes. Before we dive in, let me clarify something important. I'm not here to fearmonger. I've been in local SEO for over 5 years now, and I've seen countless SEO is dead predictions come and go. But this time, the threat to local businesses is real and backed by data. So here's what we'll cover today. Number 1, how AI is changing local search behavior. Number 2, the 3 types of local businesses most at risk. Number 3, the emerging local opportunities most business owners are missing. And number 4, my 5-step strategy for future-proofing your local business. So let's start by understanding what's really happening with AI and local search. ChatGPT reached 100 million users faster than any platform in history. This isn't just a tech novelty, it's changing how people find local business. Here's what our data shows. Searches for simple local information have declined by 30% across client websites. Best business near me searches are being answered directly by AI, and list-based local content is seeing significant traffic drops. But there's a huge caveat about that we'll talk about later. So why is this happening? And really what it boils down to is AI tools can provide these answers instantly without requiring users to visit a website or scroll through pages of Google. Here are a few examples of local queries that used to drive traffic but are now being answered directly by AI. Where is the best place to get a beignet in New Orleans? What time does that place close? Is it wheelchair accessible? These things used to be answered by Google Business Profile or Google search queries, but now it's not just ChatGPT. Google's own AI features are evolving rapidly enough in answering these questions. You have SGE, that's Search Generative Experience, and that's that snippet that provides the AI summaries of the top local search results. You have Google Maps incorporating more AI-driven results and recommendations, and Google Business Profile information is being extracted and presented without the clicks or those metrics that are tracked by Google. So what does this mean? Well, the traditional ways of tracking how people are interacting with your business online are going away. Even if you see a decline in every single one of your Google Business Profile metrics, you may actually be getting more traffic or more leads or more engagement because the information is being referenced by AI. So it's not being recorded by Google as engagement, but those customers are still finding you. So the traditional way of tracking KPIs needs to be taken with a grain of salt, and the way to evaluate your efforts in local SEO needs to change. Not all local businesses will be affected equally by these changes though. Our research shows these 3 types of local businesses are the most vulnerable. Number 1, information-based local businesses. If your business primarily provides information that can be easily summarized by AI, you're at high risk, and understandably so. For example, instead of visiting a local tour company's website to learn about the attractions or points of interest in a city, users can now ask ChatGPT to create a custom itinerary for their visit and get more personalized recommendations based on their travel style. The second type of business is commodity service providers. If your business offers services that are viewed as interchangeable commodities, you're at risk of being reduced to a price comparison in AI results. This includes home cleaning services, basic lawn care, some generic handyman services. For example, if someone asks, what's the best affordable house cleaning in my city, AI can instantly compare prices and reviews across multiple providers, and it's for this reason that we suggest answering those questions people are asking directly. It's a long-established sales tactic to not give away your pricing on your website. Well, guess what? If someone is asking for pricing in their AI query, you're just not going to show up. Being intentional with this kind of content is the best way to leverage the way AI is being used more and more. The third kind of business we've seen that is particularly vulnerable to AI is directory-dependent businesses. If your business relies heavily on directory listings and doesn't have a strong relationship with your clients or customers, you're at risk. This includes restaurants who primarily rely on delivery apps, especially ghost kitchens, service providers who get most clients through platforms like Thumbtack or Angie's List, or professionals who depend on outbound directory sites for leads. If you don't fit into one of these 3 business areas, the great news is that AI can be your friend. You can use AI to gain more business. The key pattern here is that businesses with weak differentiation or limited direct customer relationships are the most vulnerable to AI disruption. So changing that so that you have more customer interaction and more differentiation allows you to leverage AI and actually improve during this technological revolution. While some local businesses are threatened, others are perfectly positioned to thrive in this new AI-driven landscape. Here are the 3 biggest opportunities to thrive in this new AI-driven landscape. Number 1 is the rise of local expertise. AI can provide generic information, but it can't replace genuine local expertise and perspective. This creates a massive opportunity for local businesses to position themselves as true local authorities. The more you do this, the more AI will rely on your information to answer questions, and the more you will get in front of customers. For example, a local hardware store who can't compete with Home Depot or Lowe's on price or selection, they can, however, compete with hyper-specific advice about dealing with unique soil conditions or weather challenges in their specific area. The second way to gain an advantage in the AI-driven landscape is the premium, authentic local experiences. As generic information becomes commoditized by AI, authentic local experiences become more valuable. Local businesses that create memorable, unique experiences will thrive. For example, a local coffee shop that hosts community events, showcases local artists, and creates distinctive atmosphere can't be replaced by the more generic AI recommendations for a coffee shop near me. This is one place where reviews and user-generated content make a huge difference. If AI sees your events as unique and people rave about them, or the ambiance of your business is bragged about, people like the environment and things, then even a local coffee shop near me or coffee shop near me search might prioritize you in AI because of how many people are raving about the experience they're having with you. It not only appeals to the local crowd, but potentially the out-of-towners as well. Number 3 is the value of local data ownership. Local businesses that own and control their own customer data will have a significant advantage. This includes things like email lists of local customers and repeat customers, first-party review data, and local customer purchase history. This data becomes increasingly valuable as third-party data sources get absorbed into those AI systems. Like I mentioned earlier, local businesses are going to have to become increasingly creative to make sure they have the data that is useful for them to grow in their business, because a lot of AI scraping doesn't necessarily reflect into those KPIs that you might be tracking for your business. Based on our research and testing, here's our 5-step strategy for ensuring your local business thrives in the age of AI. Step 1, differentiate through hyperlocal content. Generic local content will be absorbed by AI, but hyper-specific local content still drives traffic, and AI will leverage that and reference you as the source for that information. Here's how to create hyper-local content that AI can't replicate, but will reference in their deep research results. Document local case studies with specific addresses and landmarks. Create neighborhood-specific guides, not just citywide. Develop content around micro-local events and news. Share personal stories and connections to the local community. For example, writing an article for your blog, which is probably the worst way to do it, if you want to optimize that, instead of doing best restaurants in New Orleans, create a where locals eat in the French Quarter, a neighborhood guide written by a 20-year resident. This hyper-local content allows customers and AI to find you in a way that's different from just a generic search result. I mentioned that blog articles aren't the best way to do it. This is the good way to show an example. Having a local event for tapping into your local news for stories, reference and take advantage of will allow you to create that local experience and that advantage over AI. On a macro scale, you think about when Shohei Ohtani hit the Coors Light sign and created that little black rectangle in the LEDs on the Jumbotron, and Coors Light immediately put that onto their branding and ran a huge campaign. That's the kind of thing that you need to take advantage of at a small scale. What are the things things that are notable happening in your community, and how can you leverage them in not only your marketing, but the content that you're creating. Step number 2 is to optimize for voice and conversational search. As more local searches happen through voice and conversational interfaces, you need to optimize differently. Here's how you optimize for those conversational local searches. Target natural language questions in your content. Create FAQ content that directly answers those local questions. Implement FAQ schema markup. Optimize for near me and open now modifiers. Use language like "we're open late," "we handle emergencies," or "we're near French Quarter in New Orleans," or "we're near Sugar House in Salt Lake," to let those AI models know where you're at and when you're open. Step number 3 is build direct customer relationships. As our AI overlords become more common, direct relationships with customers become more valuable. Here's how to strengthen direct customer relationships. Implement a local email marketing strategy. Create a loyalty program with exclusive local benefits. Host in-person community events. Develop a direct ordering system that's not reliant on third-party platforms. Step number 4 is if you can't beat them, join them. Leverage AI as a local business tool instead of fighting it. Use it to enhance your local business operations by creating personalized local recommendations for customers. Generate neighborhood-specific marketing content. Analyze local customer data for insights. Automate routine customer service while preserving the human touch for more complex interactions. Step number 5 is focus on local EEAT signals. Google's EEAT guidelines, which is experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness, are even more important for businesses in the AI era. Here's how to strengthen your local EEAT signals. Highlight years in business and local experience. Showcase local certifications and local community involvement. Publish local thought leadership content. Actively manage and respond to reviews, especially negative ones. The negative reviews are where you have the biggest opportunity to make a difference in the perception of your business. The last one is to create detailed about pages highlighting your local connections. So let's put this all together into a practical implementation plan for your local business. The first phase is immediate actions. This should happen in the next 30 days. Conduct a local AI vulnerability audit. Identify your unique local value proposition, optimize your Google profile for AI extraction, create 3 to 5 pieces of hyperlocal content. This can be blog posts, videos, press releases. There's not really a specific way to create the content, but make sure that it's able to be filtered by AI and found by your local customers. And then the last step is to set up systems to capture first-party customer data. This may be easier said than done, but there are some creative ways that people are coming out to do it. And in fact, you can use AI to explain what your business is, and then ask for ways that it might suggest you gather that first-party data, since third-party data with privacy and now AI is really starting to get pretty murky. Phase 2 is the next 60 to 90 days. Develop a local email marketing program and start gathering that customer data. Create a local content calendar focused on hyper-local topics. Implement schema markup across your website that includes the FAQs, and then begin building local partnerships for cross-promotion. There are plenty of other local businesses who are in the exact same situation as you, trying to take advantage of their advantage as a small local business. They will be happy to create those partnerships and move your business forward. The last one is to test AI tools for local operation. There may be ways to leverage AI in your local business that aren't necessarily turning you corporate, but allow you to be more efficient and to focus more of your attention on providing a great customer experience. Finally, phase 3, we have the things that should happen in the next 6 to 12 months, and that is build a community around your local business. This could include having events, putting out content, sponsoring local events, displaying art from local artists. There is a great opportunity now for local companies to take advantage of the depersonalization of big business. The next step is to develop that proprietary local data gathering, making sure you have access to your first-party data. Create local resources that can't easily be replicated by AI. This might be creating specific products for your industry for your location, or creating guides. Going back to the hardware store, creating a planting guide for your local climate is a great that can get your customers in the door, or that you can give away that social media content generation side of things. Next, you want to establish direct communication channels with your best customers. This could include DMs, emails, text messages, phone calls, making sure you're providing a good customer experience. So don't badger them, but make sure that they feel like you are aware of what's going on in their life. Finally, the idea is to position yourself as a local authority in your niche, someone that people around the community can trust related to topics around your business. I'll provide a link in the description with this timeline in kind of a table and what steps might be helpful as you seek to put these all into effect. The future of local search isn't about competing with AI. It's about providing value that AI can't replicate. The local businesses that will thrive are those that embrace their local identity, build direct relationships with customers, and provide genuine expertise beyond what AI can synthesize. Remember that while AI can provide information about a local area, it can never truly be local. That's where you have an advantage. If you found this video helpful, download my free local business AI survival guide at the link in the description. It includes a detailed vulnerability assessment and a specific action plan for the different kinds of local businesses. Hit subscribe for more actionable local SEO strategies and leave a comment letting me know how AI is affecting your local business. I read and respond to every comment and look forward to seeing you in the next one.